Hey guys, welcome back. I got some things to show you.
I got guns in my head and they won't go. Spirits in my head and they won't go.
Hey, welcome back to my channel, people. Before we go any further, I gotta tell you, there'll be some cuss words in this video. But it's not my cuss words. I'm trying not to cuss. But it's for people. I'm gonna show you some things of people that don't get out much, so you can see what you've been missing and what the rest of us has to deal with on a daily basis. Anyway, hope y'all doing good. It's hot out here today, people. Oh yeah, another thing I wanted to tell you. That old, Maxwell lady, you know, Epstein's friend or whatever, is now demanding bail. Like that heifer deserves bail. And also, they've shut down California because of COVID again. And she is demanding bail. The reason that Maxwell lady's demanding bail is for the risk of her getting COVID. That's their excuse for her to be like under house arrest. I'm like, get over it, people. Rich people will think they're privileged to above the law. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, they're talking about, some states are saying it's okay for them to start back to school, but yet California shuts down because COVID's on the rise. You know, there's a lot of stuff goes on that don't make no freaking sense, people. Anyway, I'm going to show you some videos right here in this minute, and it kind of explains why people are so, it shows you how aggravated and fed up that people are with all this stuff going down. It's really bad, y'all. And if you don't get out much, then you don't really see this kind of thing, because this is the kind of stuff they don't show you on the news. But that's why I'm here. Anyway, check this out.
Away! Walk away! You're in my space! Walk away! You're in my space, bro! Get back! Step! Go on! Go! Go on! Go on!
No, you're so right. Go on!
Bitch!
I'm a joke. You two assholes are heading up on South Shore going 50, 60 miles an hour. And you both, there's no proof, I know. But you think it's okay and it's funny. But this is a neighborhood. Funny. Do you live here?
We weren't even going fast. My car's just loud.
So is mine.
You're both going fast,
no,
and you know you were racing up.
No, we weren't. We weren't racing.
Oh, you
How would we be
so
racing when we're in the same lane?
You're so full of shit, both of you, and you know it.
Okay.
You're a joke.
Okay, good. I'm a joke. We'll see who's
You have
funny.
nothing. You literally have nothing better to do
Let's
with your
see,
day.
DTL. How about if you move then? If I got nothing to prove, why don't you show me your license?
You're a joke.
Really?
You're a joke.
Well, you two lose control of your cars because you're such hot shots.
We won't lose control.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you going to pick your little nose ring, honey? See how cute you are?
And that's what asshole you looks like with the baby. Boy, are you smart. You got your head up your ass anyway, Buster.
You even live on this street?
No.
No, you're cutting through. You don't fucking live here.
Oh, that's too bad, and neither do you. Neither do you, airhead with the frippy lippy stupid haircut. Asswipe.
Here all day, but I got nothing.
Hey, I don't care. I can just stay here all day too. I have no place to go.
That's
You don't
her.
have my permission. Now I'm
That's
calling
her.
it. Get out.
her.
Get out of my
See?
store.
Look at what she's
Get
doing.
out. Out.
Look how she's
Get
violating
out of my
me right
store.
now. You
Get
see how
out
she's
because you
violating me?
do not have the right to take my picture.
I do. You're
no,
an
you
employee
don't.
at this store.
This is a store and this
And
is
you're an
private property.
employee.
Get out.
You're an employee.
Get out.
I will.
Before I call the police.
Look, you just insulted.
Have a
You
good
just
day.
insulted me.
Goodbye.
Do you realize that?
Get out
look
of
what
here.
look what she's doing.
Why are you putting
Look
your
what
foot in the
she's
door?
doing.
Get the fuck out of here.
See? Look at this.
Oh,
This is
I'm going
America.
to-
This is what America is. This lady doing this type of stuff.
You see what's going on?
Ridiculous.
Do you check your pizza before it goes out? Sir, no, do you check your pizza before it goes out? No, not one moment.
One
Listen,
moment that you
no, I didn't pay you half-ass money, so don't give me half-ass service. When you sent me the pizza, we sent it back. I tried to call you to get a refund, you hung up on me. 4 or 5 times, sir. You hung up on me. Now I've been on hold for 13 minutes. I want my money now. Give me my refund.
One moment.
Okay,
please.
let's go.
One moment. One moment.
And you'll hear your phones.
I'll get someone else to call the police.
Okay.
Give me your number or call the police or say you're sorry.
You know the number. It says it right on the side of the truck. Simple.
Call your number or I'll call the police.
Call the police. I'm not doing nothing. I'm waiting for you to move out of the way.
Apologize or give me your name.
Okay, I'm sorry for beeping the horn.
Okay. For being aggressive. Because we have enough problems in this
You're
world.
sitting at a green light.
Ew! I was busy.
And you
you're-
pull over to the
think
side.
I was looking at a paper? You have no proof of that.
I can see through your window. You're reading a piece of paper.
I was dizzy and I got scared and said maybe the medicine's making me dizzy.
Then
so
you
I wasn't
pull
aware of
over.
the light. You're kidding me.
You're not aware late when I
You
beeped the horn at you.
10 minutes ago. Keep being late with your packages. That's not going to help your employer.
Holding everybody up so you could harass some people in there. They're fucking food workers, dude. They're food workers. I heard you yelling in there. Oh, I went in there. Instead of waiting in your car like a normal person, now nobody behind you gets to move. Nice job, Karen, you dumbass. Oh yeah, get mad. Oh yeah. Get mad. You're blocking everybody, dude.
You know what? I just barely got my food.
Oh, yeah, you could have pulled forward. You have to wait like everybody else. What makes you so entitled that you need to get your food before everybody else, Karen? That's what I thought.
You're sick.
Oh, you're sick. Yeah, you're sick. Lock your car and fucking walk away, you dumb bitch.
For real, people. Seriously.
Potato chips, everybody. She just took it.
Oh.
She just ate these, licked her fingers, and put it on food. On our food that y'all are eating, she just ate them. Licked her fingers, and then did it.
Did you guys know that they say that your words, what you speak, eventually manifests. And when you cuss somebody, like, for example, you look at somebody and say, damn you, well, that right there, years and years ago, meant you wished them to die. It's the truth. There's so much. If your words manifest good stuff, and if a pastor's words can expel a demon, shouldn't you be really careful about what you speak? Seriously. Y'all thought about it like that? Makes you wonder, huh? Anyway. There's a lot to all that stuff, but there's so many people that's so full of anger nowadays and so aggravated, and they have nothing to get rid of all their anger. So now everybody's taking it out on each other, which is complete opposite of what needs to be done. Don't you agree?
Some seem to think America's been lost, but I'm here to tell you America ain't been lost. What's been lost is this right here. This made in America, good old-fashioned leather, ass-whooping machine is what this is. Respect, teacher.
They've also found proof that Hillary knew that the attacks in Benghazi was planned. That heifer knew it all along. I knew she knew it, and she turned a blind eye. I've been waiting for this a long time.
Well, would you take a look at this, Patriots? Breaking. State Department releases phone transcript of Hillary admitting she knew Benghazi was a planned attack. Well, Hillary, you have blood on your hands. You're a murderer. You let those men and that ambassador hang out to dry with no support. You also lied to Congress. You have some explaining to do, you lying bitch. May you rot in fucking hell.
The secret letter that Hillary Clinton received at the Bush funeral remains a mystery. Though we don't know what it said, we do know what happened after she received it. The biggest CEO exodus in U.S. history. After that, companies started dumping their stocks in record numbers. Bill Gates of Microsoft dumps $6.6 billion. Jeff Bezos drops $4 billion in Amazon stocks right after stepping down as CEO. And the Walton family drops a staggering number of $48 billion of Walmart stock right before the stock market plummets. Almost like they knew this was going to happen. And these numbers continued to plummet into 2020. And when we see a small rebound of the stock market, they hit us with the coronavirus. This is one way they have destabilized our economy, leaving our country vulnerable to outside influence.
They put them up on stages like they're gods or demigods.
In this room are some of the most important TV and film executives in the world. People from every background, but they all have one thing in common. They're all terrified of Ronan Farrow. He's coming for you. Look, talking of all you perverts, it was a big year. It was a big year for paedophile movies. Surviving R. Kelly, Leaving Neverland, Two Popes. Shut up. Shut up. I don't care. I don't care.
Most people don't want to cross the psychological line that this stuff is going on. We all have a mental defense mechanism. It's like finally admitting there's an elite pedophile ring. I mean, most people just don't want to go there. And the same is here. Psychologically, you lose your safety, your security, and whatever innocence you have when you realize that this stuff is really going on.
Look, it's a very sad thing. Here's a group. We have them cold. They lied. They leaked. They did everything. We have them already. They could get more evidence. It doesn't matter. They have them cold. I hope that they act. I hope that Lindsey Graham does something with the Judiciary Committee. We have all the evidence they need. Now, maybe they're getting new stuff. I let them handle that. But the Judiciary Committee should act. And
I would say this.
You know, like people don't like to say it's President Obama. He knew everything. He was probably in charge of it or was in charge of it. Joe Biden, I don't know if he knows where he is, but he was there. He knew everything.
Well, he lied. Joe Biden lied to George Stephanopoulos when he said, I know nothing, but,
She's now requesting to be released on bail. As we now learn, she's now being monitored closely. Her sheets reportedly taken away, and she's been given paper clothing to wear to prevent any possibility of her harming herself. Here's Eva Pilgrim tonight.
The defense team for Ghislaine Maxwell tonight arguing the former girlfriend of accused sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein should be released from jail. Prosecutors call Maxwell an extreme flight risk, but her attorneys argue she never left the country after Epstein's arrest, instead staying out of the public eye, given the crush of media attention, as alleged victims of Epstein also called for her arrest.
We need to get to the bottom of everybody who was involved with that, starting with Ghislaine Maxwell.
Maxwell now housed at a prison across the river from the facility where Epstein took his own life.
After what happened with Jeffrey Epstein, they're going to be keeping an eye on her.
Maxwell is under constant monitoring, wearing only paper clothes and no
Maxwell pled not guilty today, probably so she could get a deal. A federal judge denied bail to Ghislaine Maxwell, who is accused of recruiting and grooming underage girls in the Epstein case, where he didn't kill himself. We all know what happened to him. He got Clinton'd. On Tuesday afternoon, Maxwell appeared at the arraignment initial scheduling conference and bail hearing remotely via video conference from the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. She pleaded not guilty. U.S. District Judge Allison J. Nathan set Maxwell's trial for July 12th, 2021. Is she going to be alive by then? And said that given Maxwell's significant wealth and foreign connections, no combination of conditions could reasonably ensure her presence at court. The risks are too great. I couldn't agree more.
In case y'all wonder, I got me a microphone. I've been trying to work on the volume on my videos. But anyway, I'm going to try it, see how this works. I hope you guys can hear me better. Nobody's stopping to think how all this COVID stuff is affecting children. They don't get to be around their friends. I don't think they really understand all that COVID stuff. Another thing that gets me, and you stop and look at it this way. Hillary goes to court in September, right? And that Maxwell lady and all that stuff is getting ready to go into the judicial part of it, you know, court system. But all of a sudden, you got this governor, he let like 8,000 prisoners out of jail because of fear of the corona. Does that make sense to you people? It don't mean. It really don't. But I think that they're using the COVID thing and keep them people out of jail, you know, like Hillary and all them, where they could have house arrest or some kind of crap. I don't know. What y'all think about that? Have y'all thought about it? It don't make no sense to me why they're letting prisoners that's in prison out of jail unless it's some kind of tactic they're using. I mean, that don't make sense to think that, right? Check this out. You see what I'm saying?
My son died from the coronavirus, as I mentioned, but not in the way you think. Human condition is not to be socially isolated. And I heard someone say, well, it's like summer for these kids. It's not like summer for these kids. It's just not. Anybody says it's an idiot. This is not summer. You have parents who are stressed out because they lost their jobs. That's not like summer. You got kids who have no interaction with their friends other than through Fortnite and FaceTime. That's not like summer. You have kids who can't go run off their energy at PE class. They can't get that one hug from their teacher that they needed. There's social and emotional challenges beyond comprehension. And we're only going to begin to understand the effects, and it will be incredibly hard to track and incredibly hard to prove my thesis because the network effects of how this all happened, the butterfly effect, is too complicated.
All right, folks, Gavin Newsom is now letting 8,000 prisoners out of jail to help ease COVID. Come on.
A record number of Americans are buying guns, and gun sales skyrocket amid the pestilence and unrest fears. Nearly 20 million Americans are packing when they travel out of the house, and that total is growing. So keep that in mind when you run your fucking mouth. Just saying. You don't know who's packing, dude. If somebody feels threatened, dude, they're gonna pull on you. That's what I'm talking about. Help yourself out. Or, you know, just stay on the defense, dude. That's all I'm telling you. When it comes to uncertain times, Americans are turning to guns in droves. According to FBI reports, the agency conducted background checks on nearly 4 million people looking to buy guns in the month of March alone. So you can imagine what it is now.
Governor Newsom has just released breaking news as of 20 minutes ago. 30 counties are to now cease indoor operations for the following: fitness centers, places of worship, offices for non-critical sectors, personal care services, hair salons, and barbershops, and malls. Look up the 30 counties online. There's a full list. LA is obviously one of them because people here, anyways, whatever. Okay, so now he has also let us know that California is now closing indoor operations statewide for restaurants, wineries, movie theaters, family entertainment, zoos, museums, card rooms. Bars must close all operations. This pandemic is far from over. I'll say it once and I'll say it again. Wear your mask, and for those in the back that don't have common sense, wash your hands and practice social distancing. Stay safe. Keep us all safe. Save a life.
I got good news and bad news, everybody. California Governor Gavin Newsom has once again shut down California. Now, this was just announced and it starts today, Monday, July 13th. These are all the things that are currently shut down. I don't expect schools to return anytime soon, so maybe more gaming time. Let me know what you think.
I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand, bitch. I don't understand. I don't understand.
I'm telling you this. It's not as airborne as they want you to believe. Hello? It's the control of where they're heading you out of fear that's going to get people. Listen to me. Look, if the coronavirus was so at a rapid of being airborne, right? Do you not know that millions, I'm talking about even to this day, we ain't talking about the numbers that already happened. I'm talking about that's of their account. We can't even confirm that number. But I'm telling you, millions would have been wiped out. Millions. You hear me? But it's a form of control. They're using that because now they're going to implement random testing.
It's like saying, if I violate the stay-at-home order, I can be arrested, but you're letting convicted criminals out of prison so they don't get coronavirus. Thesis, antithesis, synthesis. If there's a real pandemic, does it require, faulty virus models, rigged test results, 81% false positives, inaccurate news reporting, staged hospital overruns, manipulated death certificates? Nope. When the government shuts down, millions of small businesses, but doesn't lay off any government employees, it's not about the health. When the state bans dentists from practicing but deems it necessary for abortion clinics to stay open, it's not about your health. When the state prevents you from buying seeds for your garden but allows you to purchase lottery tickets, it's not about your health.
For the love of all things holy, people, can we please shut the fuck up for 5 minutes about COVID-19? I swear I'd rather see them go back to burning fucking cities down than have to hear about it one more fucking day. Hell, for 2 weeks while they was burning and stealing every goddamn thing they could in every major city in this country, the media didn't say a word about COVID-19. But as soon as those protests was over, it was right back to the same bullshit. And the first 100+ days of this damn pandemic, nobody was wearing a mask, not even the media. And then all of a sudden one day, they all show up to the White House press briefing, everybody wearing a damn mask. And then we all need to do our part and put a fucking mask on. And now we got the highest numbers ever of COVID cases in the state of fucking Florida. And I'm sure it ain't got a damn thing to do with the Republican National Convention being moved to Jacksonville, Florida. Don't fall for the bullshit, folks.
When you thought 2020 couldn't get any worse, now we got news about how the zombie apocalypse is going to happen later this year. It's going to start with Bambi, the undead. So you haven't heard, between the pandemic and murder hornets, we now have zombie deer. This is a disease that's a chronic wasting disease, but it's very specifically attacks the head, spinal cord, and brain of deer. And one researcher now says that we have every reason to suspect that the chronic wasting disease could pass to humans. And you can't tell me that this deer doesn't look like something straight off The Walking Dead.
It's just like Bill Gates and his wife got on there and did that little talk with the little smirky grins. They said they would be another virus that would definitely get our attention, which is second round. But I think a lot of this, I'm not saying that COVID don't exist, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that. But I think that they're using that and blowing it way up. It's like stop and think about this for a minute. Alright, when your kids go to school, when they start school, they gotta have their shots and everything, right, to go to school. Now they're saying a disease COVID that has no cure, no none of that, you know, your kids are going to be allowed to go to school. But for the other, you know, diseases that they take shots for, you know, they got to have them or they can't go to school. But all of a sudden, nobody's got a shot for corona and they're going to be starting school. Stop thinking about it like this, people. What's them kids going to do at school with masks on? It's going to be torture. Them little kids ain't going to keep them masks on their face. And you know how little kids are? They'll be blowing their nose on it and everything else. Seriously. I think it'll come down to, this is my personal opinion, I think it'll come down to where they'll do schooling at home. Yeah, I really do believe that. And one more thing that people's not noticing, our national deficit is going down. Yeah, nobody's talking about that either on mainstream media, are they? There's a lot of stuff that goes down that the news ain't talking about. A lot of positive stuff is going on in the world too that they don't bother to tell you because they're too busy talking about, you know, Trump and Biden and all that bull crap. It's all political. But anyway, we got to find happiness somewhere, don't we, people? It's kind of hard though. When you're out in the world, you got to deal with morons. A lot of them are morons. They get on my nerves, you hear me? People get on my nerves sometimes. I'll be the first to tell you. And those very people are the ones that make me cuss, and I try not to cuss. What I was saying earlier about cussing, we all fall short, but God forgives us. That don't mean you go out here and do it again. You got to try to do good, you know? But sometimes, buddy, it's really hard. It's like a test that's really hard to pass. I don't know. We'll get through it eventually. Y'all see any happiness coming? Because it's really hard for me to look down the road, like for my grandchildren, and see what their future's going to be like. Are they going to have school systems then, or is all kids going to be at home? And the ones that's real poor and don't have computer or internet, they're just gonna be shit out of luck, right? Is that the way it is? Anyway. This world's crazy. And it's just like time. I do believe that there's dimensions. I really do, because I don't think that we ever actually stop existing. You know, because you have a spiritual body and a physical body. You are not a physical body, you have a physical body. You're wearing it. Just like when your clothes wear out, you get new clothes. Well, it's just like your meat suit that you're wearing. It wears out and gives out on you. You go on to a different life, you know. It's just deep thoughts that go through my head. I'm just sharing with you guys. Some people will be like, Danny, you're freaking crazy. But yeah, I mean, you know, we live in a society where crazy is the normal anymore. Am I wrong? There is beauty on this planet. It's the people that make it bad. And it's your choice whether you let those people affect you or not. Anyway, I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna add some more videos for you guys to see. People, it makes you wonder why people do the things they do and act the way they do. A lot of times it's because of their own pain. They lash out at other people. So sometimes if people fuss at you, it's really something they're dealing with and they're just taking it out on you. You hear that? hate that sound. Anyway, I'm gonna get off here, guys. I gotta go clean my car out, and then I gotta cook pork chops for supper. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. I really do. And I hope that the news media does straighten out, where people can really see what's going on, because there's a lot of good, look at this way, there's a lot of good stuff that Trump is doing for our country, but a lot of the retards are so set on, a lot of people are so set on fighting and fussing, nobody's looking at what's really going down. He put a stop to so many children. He's actually doing something. Another thing too, they think that they have proof that George Bush knew, not the daddy, the son, that he knew all about 9/11, and they have all the details of that. That's going to come out too, people, and it's going to flip you out. There's going to be a lot of people mad. You remember back when 9/11 and all that was going on? I don't know if you know this or not, but like over there, overseas, in like wherever it was, Pakistan or wherever, they was beheading people for not denying Christ and for their religious beliefs, and they was videoing it and it's sending it to the United States. Yeah, a lot of you didn't even know that was going down. They showed, now let me tell you something I seen, and it affected me for like 2 weeks or more. I still think about it, it bothers me to this day, but it would you too if you seen it. I got an email one time, and I wasn't really sure, you know, so I open it and I'm like, what is this? I open it up, and it's a video from over there where this guy, they captured this guy, ISIS had, they captured this guy and put him in like a steel cage and set him on fire alive. That ain't the worst of it, people. They videoed in slow motion him melting. The skin was literally melting from his face, and they did a close-up video of that guy dying. After he fell and fell backwards dead, then they had a crane full of cinder blocks, big pile of cinder blocks, and dumped them on the cage he was in, like if burning him alive wasn't enough. Yeah. You need to do research on that kind of stuff. There is real evil in this world, and a lot of people don't even know it exists, but it's there. It really is there, people. I mean, it's okay, people be like, oh, it's over, it don't affect me, you know. No, but it affected somebody. Am I right? Anymore, too, I've seen these pastors, some of these pastors on TV, instead of standing up for their beliefs, they just go along with the crowd. They just sit there and let stuff that is wrong, they know it's wrong, they just go along with it for, you know, so nobody be mad at them, and they can still have the big fancy mansions they live in. I'm not wrong on that. Y'all know it. It's just like up in Kingsport, where we live. Those people that are homeless, and there's this one park up there between the library and a bank that they have these little benches that sit around. Well, in the wintertime, or even in the summertime, these homeless people was laying on these benches. Now keep in mind, when the sun come up, these people would be gone. They wouldn't just keep laying there all day long, because they knew they'd get in trouble, but they'd lay there through the night. Well, some smart aleck and that's a nice way of me saying it, come up with the idea to put them blocks in the middle of the bush, in the middle of the benches, so they can't lay down on the benches. Now keep in mind too, this is also in a place right beside Church Circle. Church Circle consists of 5 churches that are always locked, always, and are humongous. You cannot tell me there's not one room in at least one of them churches that they can let homeless people come in there and get out of the cold. But no, it's all about how much money you got. That's what our society's come to. Anyway, I'll be back in a minute, people. I gotta calm down. Stuff like that just flies all over me, and then I get upset. So let me come back to you, okay? Okay, I'm back. I'm calm. Anyway, another thing I wanted to tell you. Back when ISIS was real big overseas, they also was beheading people for not denying Christ. Big. Anyway, I also seen a video where one of the men that they was going to behead, they videoed it in slow motion. It was attached to the same video, and they was going to behead this guy. Well, it ain't a normal beheading like you see on these movies, like done. No, they used a knife and was going like this, like you cut a piece of ham. That's how they cut that guy's head off. They showed that in slow motion. That traumatized me for months. When I think about it, it still bothers me to this day. But my point is this. Obama's administration knew it and ignored it. I'm not lying. If you don't believe me, look it up. You'll see what I'm saying. They also sent a bunch of our military equipment, like guns, jeeps, things like that, over to Iraq. And then called all of our boys home and left all that equipment sitting there. Well, who do you think picked up that equipment? ISIS. They knew that. That was planned. Every bit of this they're going through right now. All them documents that tie back to Hillary Clinton. Another thing you need to check out online, if you want to, if you're interested, there's been 150 or more deaths tied to the Clinton administration. Another thing too, a lot of people don't know, when Mr. Clinton was president, they received a bunch of money that they was taking up for Haiti to help the people in Haiti, and they never helped them. That money went into the Clinton Foundation, and if you don't believe me, you can look it up. I mean, it's all there, but see, you don't hear stuff like that on the news. That's stuff they don't want you to know about. You have to do research to find out. But I do know one thing is a fact. You don't do wrong and get by forever. That's the truth, people. It's what you call karma. It will always come out. It will always come back to you. You can be mean to somebody and you may think you got away with it. Down the road, karma will smack you right in the face with the same treatment. I'm telling you the truth. If somebody is sitting there being mean to you, just know it's going to come back to them, okay? It will come back eventually, and usually when they least expect it. And if you're lucky enough, God will let you see it. You know, if it bothers you that bad. It's like a lot of people, look at it this way. when Jesus was standing in front of all them soldiers and they was making fun of him, mocking him, spitting on him, treating him like that, he didn't open his mouth. He stood there and he also wept, you know, he cried. Do you know why? He didn't cry because of his own feelings. He cried because he knew they was going to get it back. It was going to come back to him. Make no mistake, you do wrong, you will face it again. So put out light, put out happiness. Be nice to people. I used to look at it like this. You know, there's a Bible verse, treat people the way you want to be treated, something to that effect. Well, I used to think, well, these people that's being mean to me, they must want me to treat them that way. Well, that was the wrong way for me to look at it. You're actually supposed to treat people the way you want to be treated. In other words, be nice to people. Talk nice to people. If somebody's mean to you, actually, God don't expect you to sit there and be stupid, okay? He don't expect you to sit there and get the crap beat out of you, you know? But you gotta forgive people too, and I found in my journey, that's one of the hardest things to do is to forgive somebody. Trust me. I went through 7 years of daily BS against me. That is the hardest thing for me to do, is to forgive that person. But I finally did it. Took me 7 years, but I did it. I've been all the way to the bottom, people, and let me tell you something. You look at life completely different when you hit the ground. Always remember, what goes up will come back down eventually. Anyway, I gotta get off here. My pork chops await me, and I'm about to starve to death. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, and look at the rest of the video. I'm going to post clips for you, okay? I'm going to be having some medical work done here pretty soon. And I don't mean to bombard you guys, but I wanted to go ahead and post some videos for you. Because when I have that procedure done, I'm going to be down for the count for a little bit. But don't worry, I'll be back. Anyway, have a good evening, people, and know that you are loved, okay? There is happiness in the world. We just got to find it, right? Take care. Peace, baby.